is up, guys? Supreme Builds family, how you guys doing? I don't got a lot of time today. I got to get to work, but I wanted to come on and do this quick video on HDHomeRun equipment because of the fact that a lot of people don't really know how easy it is, I guess, to use it. I don't know if this app, they did some updates, but that's just a switch. What's up, Mr. Butler? You're the kind of guy that needs to see this video. Because I know you're asking about HDHomeRuns a while back. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't really see the equipment that much, and I realize that, and like what it takes to connect them. Good afternoon, guys. What's up, Kenny? So I was trying to use Streamlabs, has a streaming software for mobile, but I can't make it stream live. It'll only stream an unlisted video, and I can't figure it out right now. So I didn't have time. I got to get to work, so I just went with regular YouTube Live. What's up? All right. I'll answer that in a minute, Mr. Butler. Let me show you all the equipment real quick so that you guys can see basically all that you kind of need, right? I'm going to switch this camera over. And here's these are HDHomeRun primes. These take cable cards. I have 4 of them. These are prime 3s, which means they have 3 tuners in each one. So every cable card that you get from your cable company plugs into one of these and allows 3 broadcasts across your network at the same time. So I have 3, 6, 9, 12 tuners basically. You know how like DVRs will say, like modern DVRs now will say, oh, 6 tuner DVR or whatever, 4 tuners, so you could watch 3 things and record one. I could do 6 tuners, so it could be watch 6 things and record 6, or watch 11 things at the same time and record 1. It's got up to 12, but that's because this device right here is the HDHomeRun Prime 3. They don't sell this anymore, all right? You can only get, good morning, guys. You can only get these secondhand, and they're kind of overpricing them. I believe the price on these when they came out, the HomeRun Prime 3s, or I'm not sure when they came out. When I got them new, they were, I think, $125, at most $150, brand new for a tuner, right? I believe $150 might have been the regular price of these when they were out, but I got them for $125 each. And the reason I did this was because I had Fios Quantum TV with 2 DVRs that were whole house DVRs, and that gave me 12 tuners because each Fios DVR had 6 tuners in it. But I was paying $100. It was equipment fees every month. I had the 2 DVRs and 5 regular cable boxes, right? Because remember, I live in a 2-family house, and my sister lives on one floor, I live on another. And then I have the basement, which is where the studio is here, and also where I have other rooms. There's a living room, a bedroom down here in the basement. So throughout the house, there was a total of 7 boxes, 2 were DVRs. It was with taxes and everything. It was like around 160, I believe, 160 to 164. It might have been like 164 a month in equipment fees with the tax included. $164 every month. So I said, forget it. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to buy these primes, which cost me $500 because I got them at $125 a piece, right? So there's 4 of them. You rent the cable cards. You have to rent them from the company. But the cable cards are $5 a month. So I have 4 cable cards in here for $5 a month. So let's just say I was paying $165. I think it was $164. Closest thing would be $165, right? And I'm paying $20 a month now in cable cards. So I dropped the bill $145 on equipment, because this is the only bill I pay for. I also have my own router, because with Fios Quantum TV, you need their router in the mix. Without the TV, you don't need their router anymore. So once you switch to this, you also don't need their router. Their router was costing me $10 a month I bought the router after a little while, but initially it was costing me $10. Then I paid them for the router to make it mine, to stop doing the $10. And then I ended up not using it anyway. But the point is, right, these boxes with these cable cards give me the same amount of tuners I had with my Fios Quantum TV, which is 12, And basically, it was 12 tuners for one. I was paying 160, about 165 with taxes a month in equipment. Just the equipment fees. That's not the channels or anything. Just equipment fees was 165 a month, right? So now I pay $20 a month. So that's a $145 difference every month. Well, it didn't take long for these to pay for themselves because I spent $500 to buy these, right? But at 145 a month, we're there in what? 5 months? We're already past there. So 4 months were past it actually. With 4 months, in 4 months these paid for themselves, and then after that I was just saving money, right? Now about hooking these up, right? You can't buy these anymore unless you buy them used. What's up, guys? What's up, Shine? And so they're coming out with a Prime 6, which has 6 tuners in it, coming out this year, but they didn't say exactly when. When that happens, if I want 12 tuners, like I have now, I only need 2 of those. So I can take these and sell them, right? Get 2 Prime 6s, probably cost me, if I sell all 4 of these for 2 Prime 6s, I don't know what the cost of the Prime 6 is yet, but I'll probably get it for close to nothing by the time I sell these. And I can give back 2 cable cards to Fios and save another $10 a month. So then my equipment fees become only $10 a month instead of 20. Or if I really want to go crazy, I could get 4 Prime 6s and then I'd have 24 tuners available. But I don't think that's necessary. I mean, if I catch a deal on a Prime 6 or something, I might consider it because the $10 a month for the card as the overall cost difference is not that big of a deal to me. Because I do split the bill with my sister, so it's basically only 5 for me, 5 for her. But that's the idea, right? You get these instead of cable boxes, and how these work is you get your coaxial cable, right? That comes from your cable provider, comes in to the house, all right? And let me show you. I have a filter somewhere in here. Let me grab the filter. I think it's in this drawer. When you have Fios, you don't need a filter. If you have Fios, you don't need a filter. But this is a filter right here for it's a Mocha PoE filter, all right? And basically it just goes on the line. So instead of, like here's your end right here. Sorry, it's telling me to rotate the device. Here's the end that would normally screw into your device with the little stick, right? And here's the barrel end. So you would screw this into the barrel end here, and then screw this. It doesn't go into this device. It goes at the end of your line. So if this is your modem, let's just say, I don't have a modem because I have Fios. You would put this right before your modem. So, and then your cable line, your coaxial cable will go into the modem. All right, this is if you have a cable company. And what this does is it stops your signal over the coaxial network from going outside your house. This filter says everything stays from this point forward. That's basically how that works. Sorry for the rotation, but if you have Fios, you don't need that. I don't need that either over there. But in the back here, all right. Yeah, Shine, that's the problem. I wouldn't use any of this, honestly. Although I do like it because it's just cool tech. But to save even more money, Sean says I have trouble convincing my sister to cut the cord. That's exactly why I still have any kind of cable, right? So, because she won't do it, no matter what, or her husband, they don't want to do it. So, I said, all right, fine. If we split the bill and we get equipment that I want to get and make it as cheap as possible, splitting the bill is not that bad, right? But the way these work is all you need is this box. Every box gets you 3. When the 6 comes out, every box will get you 6 tuners. You need a cable card, and you need an Ethernet cable. It comes with one, but it comes with a Cat 5. It comes with these cables also. I don't know if the Prime 6 will, but I would assume it will come with extra cables. But he says crazy that she know. I know she does, but she likes simple guide. That's it. Always just works. Blah blah blah. And even though we come pretty damn close to that, she don't like the apps aspect of it. So essentially, all you need here is your normal cable, right? Your normal coaxial cable comes out. So this is the, let's just say that's the end of your coax cable, goes into your modem and router combo, or into your modem to give you internet. You need this filter on it. But if you have, if you're getting these, okay, if you're getting these, they have to go into something. So you need a, let me see if I can get to that easily. It's back here. Sorry for this big mess. But you see that right there? Sorry, right there. That is where everything plugs into for my coaxial. All of those come out into right here, all right? And my coaxial coming off of my Fios, I can show it to y'all actually. Hang on. All right, let me unplug this and switch the camera back real quick. So, to make it easier to understand, I'm gonna go over here real quick and show y'all. The light in here kind of sucks, but this is my Fios ONT box, okay? And out of the Fios ONT box, you have, if you can see that, regular coaxial and Ethernet. My Ethernet is flashing. This is the Cat 7 cable flat. I made them use this myself, all right? And then this goes up and runs around here, and the coax goes into different places from here and spreads out, all right? But I have this coax wire coming out from here. This is like technically your modem if you have Fios. That's what that is, all right? I have that wire coming out from here and going, one there's a splitter there on the wall. One of them goes outside the house and goes up to all the other areas of the house, right? But as far as the basement area goes, that wire comes out from my wall back here and ends up plugging in right there. So everything essentially comes through this one big hub right here. And that's an 8-port Holland hub. I was using a Fios one before, but it only had 6 ports. Yeah, you can access that box. It's fine. It's basically just your modem. You can unplug it, plug it back in, whatever you want to do. I don't know if I still have the Fios splitter laying around here. If I did, I would show it to y'all, but I'm not sure that I do. I might. I don't see it right now. But the hubs, if you look on my on the Supreme Builds store, there's a hub there. The Fios hub is there. I'll add the Holland hub too. But basically, you need to take your coaxial cable and put it through one of those splitters. Depending on how many tuners you have, depends on how many splitters you might or might not need. You could maybe get away with a 4-port splitter, or you might need an 8 or a 6, whatever the case is. So you have that. You get the splitter in the mix. The splitter comes first. That's got to go from your wiring that comes out of your modem. It's got to go into the splitter. And then from the splitter, you still have all these empty ports, and the empty ports then feed out from the splitter to all of your HDHomeRun devices. All right, so that's your coax side of the network, the cable card, this, right? And then you just have the Ethernet side. And all you do with the Ethernet side is you plug in an Ethernet cable to each one of these, and you plug it in to whatever you got. So in here I got a 24-port Netgear switch, and all my cables are in there. I still got a bunch of empty sockets too. So I still got more to go when I add more devices, but everything's kind of a mess under there. But it's just a Netgear 24-port hub. All right. And everything goes in there. If you just have a modem or whatever, I mean, if you just have a router, you would plug you right into the back of your router if you just had to plug one in. It could be in a switch or a router, but the end result means that that Ethernet has to somehow, whether through a switch or directly to the router, make it back to your router. Once it does that and the Ethernet is connected and your coax is connected, you just plug it in the wall, okay? And once you plug it in the wall, you can go to on your computer or on your phone, right, you can go to myhdhomerun.com. I could actually show you all that on my computer, just so you can see. I'm gonna start the computer up real quick. Yeah, last night's stream you guys talking about. Last night's stream was funny. So, that's the extent of the hardware, though. That's all you have to do. You get a Prime, you get a cable card from your company, and you plug it in. That's really it. You just need I'll show you. Hold on a second. Let me just sign in here. I don't have my AC on. It's really hot down here. I was like, this video is gonna be fast. I wish that this I have the Streamlabs app, and it can actually use both my front cameras, so I could get a much wider front camera view, but it doesn't let me. Rick says it looks like it's, that's just because it's me. Like, I didn't have any place to put it. It could be a lot cleaner than that. When I used to have them upstairs, it was cleaner, but this room is so open, and I didn't have a lot of space to go, so I kind of got stuck putting it right there in the corner for now. I'll eventually move them. My initial plan was to have everything, just like if you look at the desk, it was all going to be under these little, in these little spaces here, under the desk, right? But it just doesn't fit because I got so much stuff under there already. This is like the mess corner of the desk because everything terminates here, whether it's coax or Ethernet wires, it all ends up terminating there. So I gotta clean it up still, figure it out, but it's working. So I left it for now to get the studio running, and I'll mess with it later. But let me open this up, all right? And we'll see how good I can do this. Maybe. Oh, but see, it's backwards. I'm gonna have to go this way, so it's forward. All right. So we're here, right? I'm gonna go up here. This is like so non-optimal, but there it is, my.hdhomerun.com, okay? And you go in, and it shows you. So this is HD HomeRun Prime, and that's the serial number. It tells you what firmware version you have, how many channels it sees, and you can get to the cable card menu. All right, another Prime, another Prime, another Prime, and that's my DVR. So it just shows you that automatically when you go there. That website is coded to search your local network for any HD HomeRun devices you have. So once you get your cable card, you might have to call the cable company to make sure that they activate it, stuff like that. Oh, you got the hat, Kiko? I did not see that. Can you send me a picture of it? I'm so curious. I'm still waiting on mine. Kiko's the first person that got one, I think. So, looking at this, right? You got the primes. You can go to your cable card menu, and it will tell you frequency. Oh, very nice. All right, good. I'm glad it came out good. Right here, card authentication success, card validation success, 3DES encryption supported. So you got frequency, lock, signal strengths 100%, signal qualities 100%. So you can basically see everything about this, all right? Pairing, that's something that you don't really have to mess with this. If your cable company activates it correctly, all this should work when it comes in. But if we go back, all right, this is how easy it is. See how it says 673 channels? You can just click on it, and you can say detect channels. And it will scan the card and put all the channels in, along with all of their, so USA, TNT, TBS, right? See that DRM? That's digital rights management. That means that this channel, I cannot record. Send it to Lee at supremebuilds.live, Kiko. Just email it to me. So this is a DRM channel. when you scan your card, whatever DRM channels you have, the one thing that, as of right now, you can't do is record DRM channels. All right. But I have a cable subscription. So here's like Fox Sports 1 and 2. I can watch these on the Fox Sports 1 and 2 apps. So I don't really need to necessarily record them, and you can get replays of stuff on there too. Stuff like, see, literally on Fios, it's just Fox channels, or channels Fox owns for the most part. Apparently Nat Geo as well. But FXX is owned by Fox. But you'll see very, very few Fox Movie Channel and then Fox College Sports. So Fox is really like heavy on their digital rights management. You can learn that. But look, Showtime, Stars, all this stuff is not DRM'd. HBO is. But if you have cable and you pay for HBO, then you can just go to HBO Go and watch anything you want to, and that's free. So you can use the HBO Go app. So you don't really need to record this anyway. Then we start HD channels here, because those were all my SD channels. But you see HD. Here's the first. For some reason, only ESPN Buzzer Beater is DRM'd. I don't know why. The rest of the ESPNs are not. But there's very few DRM channels on Fios. Different providers may be different. And all that means, it doesn't mean you can't watch them. You can watch them all right? So it's Cinemax and HBO for me, basically. Those are the only ones that matter, all right? Cinemax and HBO is really, that's it, all right? But I don't care about Cinemax because I don't really watch it anyway. But that's all you have to do. That's the whole point of this, is that you can go to my.hdhomerun.com. Once you plug your equipment in, it finds it. You click on channel lineup, detect channels up here. You click that, and it just starts giving you channels. And what you see here is that all of my cards, I've done this to all of them, and you just refresh this every once in a while, because sometimes your cable company gets different channels, all right? And you just click it and detect any channel you want. You just click detect channels. And you see the stars, you can actually favorite channels if you want to. And those will be able to show up in your HD Home Run app once you favorited them, which is pretty cool too, kind of IPTV-ish. All right, so let me answer a few questions, but that's as easy as it is. Now, when it comes to the DVR service, all right, I'll answer that too real quick before I take the questions. When it comes to the DVR service, you pay $35 a year, and you get a 14-day guide and unlimited DVR based on your tuners, right? I don't know why this is so out of focus on me. There we go. And what you get with that is you get your 14-day guide, you get your unlimited, recording. They don't care how much you record, and it's compatible with a ton of devices. Right now, I have it on my WD-PR 4100, which is my NAS drive, which is right here. All right, it's a 4-bay NAS drive, and is very simple. You just go to the HD Home Run website, and they give you a package to install for it. You download that package to your desktop, you sign into your NAS drive, you click on wherever you get apps from on the NAS drive, and you say install app manually, and you install it. I can show you actually. It's super easy. I'll show you all that real quick too before I get out of here. So I'm going to go to, I go by IP address to get to my NAS drive. 168.86.4. All right. This is my NAS drive. All right. See, WD, MyCloud, PR4100. I just type in the IP address of it, but you can, WD has the, you can type in something web related to get it, like mycloud.com or something like that, or whatever it is. I don't know. So I'm going to log in there. When I log in, okay, I have a section that says apps right here, and I just click it, and right up here, install an app manually, and you just go find it wherever you've downloaded it to. Okay, that's all you got to do, and then you would say open, and it will install it. It's that easy. I just signed in and did that, and all you got to do is go to HD Home Run forums. So So here's forums, HDHomeRun. All I typed in was HDHomeRun forum. You go right there, and you have software setup and troubleshooting, live and DVR. Here's downloads and instructions. Right there, click on it, and you're looking at download. This is the newest one. Always they have a change log that tells you what it is, but you would click here, and it's going to tell you, okay, here's the Windows software for it. You have to get this Windows software and run it if you're on Windows. They have a Mac software. It'll basically kind of install your device after you plug it all in. I don't know what happened there. I lost my stuff, but I'm still here. All right, so Kiko, it's Lee at supremebuilds.live. So you're gonna go. You can install Windows or Mac software that will manually install your devices to your machine as well. I can show you that software too if you want. These are the apps that you can use to access. But right here, other, right? MyCloud. There's NAS, Linux devices, FreeBSD, MyCloud. You would just click this. It takes you to documentation, move to here, click here. Manual installation. You find your device. Any of these MyClouds work. And these are some of them are relatively cheap. Mine is expensive, but some of these are pretty damn cheap. They also have even cheaper ones. These are multiple lists, but where is it? Yeah, so that's what it is. MyCloud.local or something. It tells you what it is, or you could use the IP address. That's what I was saying before. So you would get this file, like PR4100. You could take the release or the beta, you download it, and then you just go into your NAS drive, sign into it, go to install an app manually, and go to wherever you downloaded it, select it, say open, and it's going to just ask you it's going to say it's already installed. Do you want to overwrite it? So here it is, HDHomeRun DVR, right? It's on. And I already have the latest one right there. It's just telling me what it is. It's really that easy. It looks a little fragmented because I'm doing it from my phone, which is not the ideal way to, that I wanted to do it. But I couldn't show you guys because I don't have the setup yet, the equipment with the computer. But that's really all there is to it. And you're good to go. You just got to buy the subscription for the DVR service before you install that, and it automatically works. And there's so many devices that you could put the DVR, and you can even use the Shield as a DVR. That works too. You can also, but they just came out with a device called a Servio. It's a 2 terabyte DVR. It looks like a little portable hard drive. I got 2 of those, and they're coming next week. So I'm going to install those, and they install directly to the network, just with an Ethernet cable, just the same way that the Primes do. Except I don't even need the coaxial because they're not giving you a tuner. It's just going into the network, and it'll automatically update itself for the DVR, and it will also automatically choose. Like if you have 2 of them, both of them will work. It'll always record on the device that has the most free storage. So it may record one show on the first one because I have 2 coming. Then it's going to see that one has a little less space, and the next show that it records is going to go on the second one. But when I go into my app, it doesn't matter which one it's on. It just plays. It's fine. So each one gives you like 300 hours of recording. So 2 is probably plenty for my whole house. I got that, by the way, through Google Express, because those are basically just released, the HDHomeRun Servios. They're $150 each, but they come with a year of DVR service included. So that's $35 right there. So you knock that down to $115, right? Because you're gonna have to pay the $35 regardless for the DVR if you have a Servio. And if you already have a subscription like me, it just adds to your subscription. Once you plug it on the network, it goes, oh, your subscription date extends by a year. So I'm about to extend mine by 2 years. The reason I got it on Google Express was because it was my first order using Google Express. I really bought them from Best Buy, but Google Express gave me a 20% off coupon for my first order. The maximum with that coupon was $20 though. So I saved $20 on it. Basically, I wiped out all the tax, and I just basically had to pay $300 to get the 2 Servios. But the reason I'm doing that is one, to show you guys, and two, to get that off of my NAS drive, because I really just want my NAS drive to be storage of video files, like tons and tons. Once I get this setup going with the Raspberry Pi and all that, I'm gonna have everything go to that NAS drive and feed my Plex throughout the whole house. I need a separate Plex server because that NAS ain't gonna be able to cut transcoding as well as I'd like, but it'll work for now. I don't need to transcode in the house anyway, but like when I'm outside, I want to be able to access my stuff. So I want a better Plex server too, but all that costs money, takes time. I got to get the money to do it. So that's it for now. Let me answer you guys' questions before I head out of here to work, because I got to leave to work soon. So let me scroll back up and see what questions were asked here. All right, so there was Kiko's message about the hat. So I'll go down from there. We got, what's up, Mike? It's trying to focus on other things here. Asif says, what does it give you? Well, if you have cable, you get a cable card from your cable provider, and it sends the cable throughout the entire house. You can watch on your computer, Windows, Mac, iPhones, iPads, any Android device, TV, Xbox Ones. You can watch on all of these. You can even watch, if you look down here, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, any DLNA TV. And there's third-party media center applications that works in Plex, Kodi, Emby, Windows Media Center, NextPVR, Myth TV, and Apple TV. All right, so you can watch on all these things. So basically what happens is anything in your house that connects to the internet pretty much becomes a TV. I'm using a phone right now to talk to you guys, but I could open my HDHomeRun app and just watch my TV on my phone. So if I gotta walk around the house and there's maybe UFC on ESPN and I want to watch it, but let's say your wife is like, hey, I need you to go get this for me or do this for me. You're like, all right, cool, no problem. You're watching it on your TV. You just take the phone out, boom, open it up on the phone. Then you can walk away from the TV, go do whatever you got to do, and still not miss your fights. You need to run to the bathroom, pop it open on your phone. You want to go to the kitchen, but you don't want to miss something because you're hungry or you need a drink, pop it open on your phone. That's the key to it, is you can use it on anything, and you don't need a cable box. Your cable box is the primes that I showed in the beginning of the video, those boxes, and they're getting the cable through the cable card and sending the cable throughout the internet. So that's basically how that works. What else? So RL Slick says, what oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, what about on-demand services? Like if you have on-demand services from your cable provider, you would lose those because you're not using their box anymore. So like if you could watch HBO on demand, whatever, like Fios used to give me an on-demand where I could watch, but what do I need it for? I have HBO Go. I can sign into Showtime because I have those channels through them anyway. So I just use the app. I don't really need their on-demand. I can watch everything that HBO has, everything that Showtime has, right through their app. Sometimes you might find a movie or two on their on-demand, but over here, you guys know, you just pop open Cinema, pop open Gaia, pop open whatever you want, search for it, boom, done, you're watching it. So I didn't care about losing the on-demand. But you would lose that if that's what you mean, like on-demand that gets given to you by your cable provider, you would lose that. And Martha says, can you use HDHomeRun just using OTA? Yes, you can. It works exactly the same way as I showed you, except when you plug in here, right, you're plugging in from an antenna. You got to buy an antenna, right, an external antenna. So let's just say this was my antenna. It's here. It's going to have a cable. All antennas got a cable wire at the end of them, comes out, plugs into here. But it would be a different device. It's called the HDHomeRun Connect. These are primes, and they're meant to be used with cable cards, so they have the slot. But you'd have the Connect, and then that would plug in there from your antenna, and you just, same thing, take the Ethernet, plug it into your router or a switch or whatever you want, and you're ready to go from there. And any OTA channels you get will come in. If you get the guide, it will read what those channels are too, the same way I showed you there. And if it can figure out if they're broadcasting the correct channels, you'll even get a guide for them and be able to record them with the DVR software. So it does work for that also. What else did I miss here? Only got time for a few more, so I gotta go to work. But okay, so we were there. Russell, I'm not quite following your question. What's the difference between new ones with hard drives if have shield and external drive for recording? Oh, with HDHomeRun you mean? If you're using HDHomeRun, you can use the shield as the DVR for recording. But the new ones with the drives, they give you a free year of the recording, so you're not paying for it. The price is included in the device, right? And you no longer have to rely on your shield to record. So like if you were using your shield to actually store your recordings for HDHomeRun, when it upgraded to Android Pie just recently, you had all kinds of problems. People, if you look in their forums, people lost, like they can't access their recordings. I don't know if they're lost for good or they just couldn't access them, but that was due to like permission changes in Android versus the app, and they're trying to get a solution. I think they might have fixed it already, but it took them a couple days. When you're using a separate device, especially when HDHomeRun gives you, like the Servio, it updates itself. You never have to worry about losing, or not being able to access your recordings. So it's more advantageous to just have that and also free up your shield to do other things, especially if you're someone that's streaming, you want to play games in the shield, you want to do whatever. If you're recording something at the same time, your shield is using some of its power to do that. So you'd essentially be getting rid of the requirement of needing to use that power to do that. Sean says, do you run your Plex from that NAS drive? I do right now until I build a new Plex server. What I really want this NAS drive to be, though, it's got 32 terabytes of storage in it. I want it to be just my video storage, like not actually the Plex server, because it's got a Pentium processor in it, but it's not a great one, and it serves up okay though. I don't know why this is getting so bright, but let me try to hit over here then. See if that lowers it. Nope. It just wants to be bright right now. That's a little better. This thing is expensive. The WD-PR4100. Regular price on this thing with 32 terabytes of storage is probably around $2,000. But I got an open box one from B&H Photo, and it was like $1,200. I saved like $800 on it. So I was like, at that price, I might as well slap it on the credit card. And again, this was all at the same time as getting the HDHomeRun stuff. So I paid the $1,200 and the $500. It's a lot of money. I paid $1,700, right? But I'm saving $145 a month on my cable bill. So all of that's coming back to me. I slapped all that on a credit card, and I said, every month, $145 goes to that credit card until it's paid. And then at that point, I'm just saving money. Want to watch more of your videos, but they're all like 3 to 4 hours a piece. Could you do smaller topic? I do, Andrew. I definitely do smaller topic-oriented videos also. A lot of them are longer because they're like big discussions. There's a lot of questions and answers in them. But if you look at something very specific, like the how to set up your shield video, those are usually done in 2 parts. The first part is like a regular standard setup, and then the second part is how to set it up for, streaming and things like that. It's like the gray area setup. Let's see, but I definitely plan to do more shorter ones. Like I just did a how to make a repo on GitHub yesterday, and basically what I do is I still go live, but I don't answer anybody's questions until I'm done. Then we do a Q&A after. So it's basically like the same thing as if I had recorded it without being live, except I like to have the Q&A at the end and people able to watch and ask the questions, because then when you watch it after, if you didn't get to see it live, your question might be answered already in the Q&A. And you may get the answer directly from me explaining it without having to, type it in and then me type it back. And sometimes in typing, I can only type, I can't show it to you. So if I answer somebody's question and show them the solution, you'll also get to see that solution. So So that's why kind of why I like that. But I try to do them as short as possible. But I'm also a very I explain everything. Like I don't just tell you click 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 done. It's like click. This is why you're clicking. This is what happens. Then click this. This is why you're clicking. This is what happens. So that you guys learn. Um, but yeah, shorter is definitely on my list as far as like very specific oriented videos. But I'll always do the large topic videos too, because I let people come in here and just ask me anything. And then I answer tons of questions like that also. When am I going to do the setup video with this equipment? Well, I'm probably not going to reset up all of this equipment that's here because it's super easy to do. And maybe I'll disconnect one and reconnect it. I don't know. But when the Servios come, I'm going to set those up live. I'll go in and I'll set them up. But that's so easy. It's just plug it in the wall, plug it in the switch, you're done. It's really super easy. It's that time. It's like I can't even like it's easier than like figuring out how to install an add-on. It's easier than it's that easy. Like it comes with instructions too. Plug this here, plug that there, and you're basically all set. They even give you one splitter, which I don't have here. I don't think anymore. Used to have splitters. Yeah, I don't have them out here, but they give you a splitter. I might have it in one of these drawers. Nah, I don't anymore. They give you like a two-way splitter. You can always split your devices two ways, but I just prefer one big splitter like what I had down there earlier in the show. But maybe I'll do one. Like the problem is I don't have the desk and the extra cameras to do the setup videos yet, so I still need to buy some sort of desk to put on the floor in this room, like in the center of the room, a camera that goes up on the ceiling, points straight down, because that's really the proper way to like, put your hand into the video and say, okay, like this is what I'm doing, and that way you can see everything, whether I'm building a computer or, plugging in some devices. The best way to do it. I will definitely check my email right after this, Kiko. Yeah, I did cover it. I showed the devices in the beginning and how they connect. They're already connected, but I just showed how to connect them. Okay. Tell Storm we said hi too, Carl. And another great person to watch, if you're really interested in HDHomeRun, check out lon.tv, LON.tv on YouTube. They sponsor him, but he's got some great tutorials on their stuff. Like if you want to see even more on it. What's the Servio I speak of? Did you ask that before I explained it all, or no? That man 84 says I get big buffer on my HDHomeRun with my setup. Bit of a letdown. I need to figure it out. Dude, go to their forums. You can there's an option on their software to send them the statistics of the device. You do that, you give them the device serial number, and they're really helpful. They will tell you what the problem is. They'll say, "Hey, it's your network," or "Hey, you need more speed for this," or whatever. Like they're really helpful. Join their forums and just post in there what your trouble is, and one of the guys in there that works for HDHomeRun will answer you. They've done it for me a few times, and I see them do it for other people all the time too. What else we got there? There's one other thing. So yeah, the Servio is the DVR. It's that time. I kind of explained that, but I don't know if you came in after I explained it or not. It's just a little device. It's literally going to look like this, pretty much. Like, this is an external hard drive, but it looks just like this. It's like maybe it's a little more square, kind of like a Fire TV box or something, but that's what it looks like, and it has a network port and a power port. You plug in an Ethernet cable to it, plug the other end of the Ethernet cable into your network, plug the power cable into it, plug the other end of the power cable into your wall, and you got a DVR. with a year of service without having to pay any extra for the year. It's included in the price. That's all it is that really pretty much that simple. And then on another topic before I go, Sean says Stadia has been getting a lot of negative reviews. What are your thoughts? I think it's absolutely ludicrous that Stadia is getting negative reviews when it hasn't even come out yet. The negative reviews remind me a lot, though, of what happened with the Xbox One X when they were saying, oh, you're going to be able to stream games and share with your family and blah, blah, blah. And everybody's like, wait, I need my physical game copies. I need the physical game. And they ended up taking away family sharing and all that stuff, but Google's not going to do that. Google is basically making gaming social. That's what they're doing. They're saying, yes, you're not going to have a physical copy. Like whatever they bang on it is stupid. Oh, look, the only things I really saw were you don't get your own game, right? So like you buy the game, but you don't physically have the game. I really don't care about that. You know when's the last time I physically bought a game on my Xbox One? Never. I buy digital games all the time. Why? Because I'm a busy person and I go ahead and I pre-order it. I go to work, I get home, and boom, there's my game and I can play it. I don't got to go wait on a line at GameStop. I don't got to do anything. It's just there. I don't care that I can't sell it because GameStop rips you off anyway when you go to sell it back. They give you hardly anything for them. So I'm just like, by the time I spend my gas money to drive to GameStop, the time to wait on the line, and then they tell me, we'll give you $7 for this game, $12 for this game. I spent more time and gas money than they gave me for my games anyway. So that was the one major complaint I saw so far with Stadia, was that you don't own your own games. And the second one was it's $10 a month, whereas it's $5 a month for Xbox Live. That's true, except Google hasn't said what kind of pricing plans they have yet. Just it's $10 a month. You know how much Xbox Live is if you pay per month? $10. But if you buy it for a year, it's $60. Google hasn't said if they're making a yearly plan or not yet. Everybody's jumping the gun and getting, it reminds me of that kind of scenario. Same scenario when the Xbox One X was totally hated before it came out. Everybody was going crazy, and just because Google was talking about, no, you don't need physical media. I mean, because Microsoft was doing that. No need for physical media, blah, blah, blah. Like, all right, cool. I really don't care, though. Like, I'm getting it. At the price point that it is, it's $129 for the Stadia Founders Edition. That gives you the Chromecast, which is $70 or $60 by itself. It gives you the controller for Stadia, which is $70 by itself. That's already $130, right? Oh no, I think they're 70 and 70, so it's like 140, and you're only paying 130. Plus, they're giving you a free game, Destiny 2, with all the DLC, because I know Destiny is like going free to play, but not the DLC. You get all the DLC free, right? I actually don't own Destiny 2 on Xbox at all. My first time playing it's going to be on Stadia. That'll be my first game to play on it because it's a free game. I played Destiny 1, but I'm not a big Destiny fan, honestly, so that's why I didn't get Destiny 2. But they're giving me a free game that I've never even played before. So I'll take that with all its DLC and see what happens. There's a whole year of Google Stadia before the Xbox 2 comes out. If Google Stadia sucks for me and I really don't like it and they haven't done well at integrating or doing anything like that, then I'll just sell it for some cheap amount of money and put that money towards the Xbox 2 when it comes out. But I trust pretty strongly in Google. I know for a fact that Stadia has been years and years in the works. It's not something they're going to give up on easy, and I think they're going to make a pretty successful platform out of it. Because at $129, right now, you're able to play 4K 60 frames per second with 5.1 surround sound. Do you know how hard it is, even on the Xbox One X, to play 4K 60 frames per second consistently? You really don't get that. Like, you can play 4K, it says 4K, but you're not getting 60 frames per second in your action scenes, or you might get it in a cinematic, something of that nature. But when things are going crazy in action scenes or, first-person shooters, really fast motion, RPGs where the worlds keep popping in quickly as you move, those frame rates are dropping. Google's not going to drop because you're not limited to the hardware of the device in your house. You're using their servers, and their servers are crazy good. And they can upgrade them and upgrade them. They're saying they're going to eventually have 8K gaming right on Stadia. So I'm cool with that. Like it's a For $129, it's a risk I'm willing to take, and I know I'll at least have fun with it for a year. If I look at it that way, I can't lose. 129, I can make a year of videos, show people it. Even if it sucks, I'm gonna go on YouTube and be like, look at how crappy this is, Google. You guys need to fix this and fix that, and I'll have fun with it that way. So for 129, I'm good. I don't care what anybody says about it. But all those reviews, nobody's touched it, nobody's used it, and they're making reviews like this is a terrible idea. This is that. Google hasn't given you all the details, so don't pay attention to those yet. It very well may have the problems they say, but they're jumping the gun. You know, like as far as just pricing wise and all that kind of stuff. Um, Thank you, Andrew. You have a good day too. Last thing, replacement for Vader streams. Any ideas? Easy TV. Uh, that's what I'd use. You can get 5 connections on Easy if you really needed the 5 that you had on Vader. But there's so many other. Vader's been dead for a while, man. You haven't found one yet? Um, Something about NordVPN on your CP or PC. It caused problems, is what HD told him. Well, yeah, if you're trying to run NordV, you don't have to uninstall it, but you can't be running Russell. You can't run a VPN at the same time as trying to watch HDHomeRun because HDHomeRun checks to make sure that you're on your same local network. It's not allowing your cable to time shift elsewhere. You have to be on the network to use it. So the minute you take your PC and load up Nord, and if Nord is like auto starting or something in the background, it's changing your IP address and therefore no longer able to connect to your HDHomeRuns. That's what the problem is. What's up, Carlos? Oh, Fios TV 1 you were asking about. A lot of people are complaining about those boxes so far. It's literally just a Quantum TV, but they've added some 4K apps. You can do YouTube in 4K, Netflix in 4K. They're not giving you TV channels in 4K, at least not yet. But again, same prices for those boxes. You're paying $10 a month for a box, 20 at plus $22 per DVR every month, stuff like that. Oh, Kiko's saying to show the hat. Well, let me go to my Gmail here, see if I can pull the hat up. Before I get out of here. Huh, I don't see it. I don't have anything unread in here. Unless it came to spam, maybe? No. Yeah, I didn't get it, Kiko. Try sending straight to codyskills@gmail.com. Try that one. KODISKILLS@gmail.com. What's the best place to get an understanding of all the network protocols in PIA? I would probably just go to PIA's website. They have pretty good explanations there. I did a video on the settings of PIA, but really you don't have to change much. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bunch of freaking, hold on, notifications on Chrome. I gotta turn those off. They're annoying. Basically, you don't really have to mess with much of anything. It comes pretty good out of the box, the settings. Yeah, he should have sent it to Lee at supremebuilds.live, and that forwards into my CodySkills at Gmail inbox, but for some reason I don't have it. I'm wondering if it's because it's a picture and maybe it's taking a long time, that server could be bugged or something. Yeah, no, I did give him a live. Live is correct, Aaron. It was CodySkills at supremebuilds.live. That was, I mean, it's not CodySkills, Lee, Lee, at supremebuilds.live. But send it, Kiko, send it directly to CodySkills, KODISKILLS, at gmail.com. If I could type on this phone, I would type it into the chat, but or can I? Let me see. No, I can't. It won't let me type. Which video did I do Pia in? I did it in the Wednesday VPN showdown. If you search Wednesday VPN on my channel, there's two things for VPNs in there. There's a VPN video explaining VPNs, and then there's the VPN showdown between Nord and Pia. But you don't gotta mess with it too much. I mean, I can answer your questions too about it. Like next time I go live, it's that time from the computer and not from here. I could open up my private internet access on the Shield and show you, you know, settings on it if you want. What's up, Doug? Yeah, I gotta get the heck out of here in a minute. I'm trying to wait for Kiko's email because he wants me to show you guys the hat. Because he actually got the hat in his hands, which is really cool. I'm super excited to see his hat because this is the first hat I will have seen. I feel terrible for my computer. Well, it's off when the AC's off, but it's on right now. I'm abusing it because it's probably like 95 degrees in this room with the AC off. All right, Kiko says sent. While I wait for that to come in, I'm gonna show y'all one more thing. These guys reached out to me, right? Sofa Baton, and they have a universal remote. All right, we good? Is it back? Because I don't know what happened there. Did that work? You guys see me again? All right, cool. I don't know. YouTube just boggled up right there, totally on me. All right. So what I was saying while I was waiting for Kiko's email is this company. Oh, it's not. Wow. Oh, now it's back? Did y'all see the pictures of Kiko's stuff or no? I was talking like all this time and for nothing. Did you guys get to see the hat? All right, hang on. I'm gonna try to show you all the hat. I'm not switching to that back camera no more. I'm gonna go this way. So there's the screen, right? And y'all at least can see it a little bit from there. And I'm gonna go to the next one. That way. Geez, that's annoying, but side, back, other side. So I'll cycle through them real quick. You can't really see the SB logo because the screen is too bright. Let me try to go closer. See if it comes in focus. There you go. You can see a little bit. So, and then you got the sides, the hat in the bag. So that's the best I can do, because apparently if I switch to the back camera, you guys lose me forever, even though it looks like to myself I'm there. It was showing me there. I was talking the whole time showing the hat. Doug said, took it out of the plastic, collector's value plummets. Okay, so you didn't see any pics. Now you guys can see the pics. The remote, I think I showed y'all already. Y'all did see the remote, right? It has an app, basically. It's supposed to be like a Logitech Harmony style remote, but it has an app for your phone, and you can program through the phone what the buttons do. So I think that's going to even work with things like Vero. It has the red, yellow, green, blue buttons, and it can control TVs, boxes, everything. So if it's as good as the guy in the company says it is, I told him, because he hit me up and he's like, I'd love for you to review this remote. I said, I got no problem with that. It looks cool. I looked at the brochure he sent me, I checked it out, and I'm like, this hat looks cool. I mean, not this hat, this remote looks cool. It looks, reminds me of Logitech Harmony stuff, except you got this whole app to put it all together and everything. But I told him flat out, I'm like, if you want to send it to me, send it to me. But I'm going to put it on live, and I'm going to set it up live. And if it sucks, everybody that watches my channel is going to know it sucks. And he's like, nope, I got no problem with that. You go ahead. So he's confident in it. I don't know the price of it yet, so. The one thing that I was saying I noticed on Kiko's hat, though, right, is here it's just black with the Stay Supreme. It does have black stitching around the letters. You guys probably can't see that from there too well, but it just has the Stay Supreme stitch. But in the store, I tried to set it up different for that hat to be it's Supreme builds .live /merch, right? I put white stitching around it, but they didn't do the white stitching. So I wonder if that was just something that they can't do, and maybe it was a misprint. What happened to this one, I did that here on the gold hat. So there is no white on the gold hat, but these are gonna come like this. They're not gonna have the white, I guess. So is what it is. That's what they did with it. So maybe they thought I didn't want white, or maybe they decided that it was whatever, but it's cool. I like it. I actually, after I did it and then I made the gold one, I kind of went, damn, I kind of wish that I made the other ones without the white thread. Even though the white thread's kind of cool, it's gonna get dirty. So I'm a little happier to not have that much white thread on the front, honestly. Yeah, I like the way it came out too, Kiko. I'm with you. I don't mind it. I think it looks really nice when you look at it, just there, in that view. Because I'm gonna try to do this a little closer. Man, it looks so crappy through my phone. But that's white stitching on the outside of those. It's a cool concept. I thought it was cool when I put it in, but I don't know if they thought, hey, this guy doesn't really want white, or if they thought that, or maybe they can't do that for some reason. I don't know, but I'll take it either way. I'm fine with that. I like the way it came out. Now I just wish it didn't look like that in the store, because at least anybody that sees this video knows the white ain't gonna be there if you order it. So I may try something with white another time and see what happens there, but I don't know why they offered me a white stitching option and let me put it in if they couldn't do it. I don't know. I'll reach out to them and ask, but I like it. I like the way it came out on Kiko's too, so I'm sure the rest of us are gonna get them without the white stitching. And I didn't want white on the gold one anyway. And once I did it on the gold one and I didn't have white, I was like, wait, this looks really good. So then I looked at the other ones and went, I probably should have designed it without white. Just because those are individual threads, and if those get dirty, you can't clean them. So yeah, the white does make it pop. That's why it's good until it gets dirty. You know, Thomas said it makes it pop, but once it gets dirty though, that's gonna be ugly. So for somebody like me, I would literally buy that hat and only wear it in my house. I wouldn't mind the white. But if you're wearing that hat outside, you know, like I'd probably get one and keep it here and wear it on live shows. And but if I now I'll wear those other ones outside all day. Like the way if it comes the way Kiko's came, I'd wear it all day outside. Cause it's just gonna stay way cleaner. I guess we'll find out, Doug. Yeah, he said it might have been a mix-up at their end. I'll ask. I'm gonna shoot them a message, and I'm also gonna see if mine, because Kiko's came from a different facility than mine, right? Yours came from the West Coast, from like LA or something, Kiko? I think, or did yours come from the Carolinas also? Somebody was getting one from the West Coast. I can't remember who it was. Somebody was saying that yesterday. I didn't try yet, Carl. Carl's asking if my 2015 Shield came back on. Yeah, Carolina. So I'm probably gonna get the same hat as you because mine came from the Carolinas also. Um, Anybody that ordered the hat on the West Coast is gonna get it from their LA production facility, and we'll see if they make it white or not. It'd be That'd be kind of crazy, right? Like some people have white hats, and some then it makes it even more exclusive because there was only 25 total available. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna jet out of here. Sorry for the delays with that. I don't know what the hell's going on. Apparently, I can't use my back camera anymore. Luckily, I was able to use it at the beginning of the video, or I couldn't have even shown you the HDHomeRun equipment. But I gotta get to work. I'll catch up with y'all later. Stay supreme. Enjoy your hat, Kiko. As soon as I get mine, I'll be live with the hats. As soon as I get my Servio, I'll go live to plug my Servio in and show you guys what it does on my HDHomeRun screens, and how easy it is to connect, or not easy, because I haven't connected it, so maybe it gives me a problem. But if it's anything like the rest of the HDHomeRun hardware, it should be really easy. So take care, guys. Be good. I'll be back probably tomorrow or maybe tonight with another video, and we'll keep going. Talk to you guys later. Stay supreme, y'all.